Hi there.
Thanks for joining today. We're going to be moving through a gentle yoga series. My husband Joel has joined, and I'm sure Ziggy, our little pupster, is going to make his presence every once in a while. But this is a great series to move through. It's all going to be done on the ground, so if you find yourself just needing a little bit of rejuvenation and you don't necessarily want to do a power vinyasa class, this is an excellent series to move through. So the only thing you'll need is your mat, or you can just do it on the ground or your carpet, and a strap. And so if you don't have a strap at your house, another great thing would be to use a belt or a towel. But we're going to start out in child's pose. So with any yoga class and any class that I teach, I always just give people the option, if there's any poses you want to skip or something that might be too intense for you, please back out, and you can always wait for the next try. So sit your hips back towards your heels, let your palms come out in front of you, forehead towards the mat, close your eyes, relax your shoulders. Begin inhaling in through the nose, down into the belly and into the hips. With the eyes closed, inhaling in, smooth and steady. And with each exhale, imagine you're letting go of any tension in the body, any stress, any tightness, any holding. Just sending that down into the earth. Your hips and your sacrum sink down towards your heels. And you just feel this kind of calm begin to rush over you. Allowing the body to feel supported by the earth in your child's pose. And then from here, slowly walk your palms over towards the left side of your mat. So you're getting a nice stretch down the right side of the body. From the right fingertips down into the right shoulder and hip. Continue to let your forehead relax on the mat. Continue to feel your body supported by the earth. And just visualize this calming, peaceful energy washing over you. Bringing your body and your mind into the present moment. And then walking your fingertips back through center, walk them over towards the right side of the mat. So now you're stretching down the left side of the body. You may notice one side may be a little bit tighter than the other. That's okay. Really extend out through the left fingertips towards the right. So you're continuing to open up the fascia line down the left side of the body. With each inhale, feel the rib cage expand on the left side. And then walking your fingertips back through center. Interlock your palms behind you towards the tailbone. Then reach your fingertips up towards the sky. This is going to get a nice stretch for the front of the shoulders. You can let your shoulders move a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, back and forth, opening up. Really finding those nice, long, restorative, deep breaths. We often store tension or stress in the body and our nervous system, so your exhales can help release those out. And then from here, walk your palms out in front of you. You can come up slightly. We're going to make a little pyramid with the palms, and now you're going to get a stretch for behind the triceps. So your elbows are out in front of you. And your palms, if you have real tight triceps, you can have your palms out in front, or you can let your palms drop towards the top of the head. Just get a stretch behind the shoulders. Inhaling, and imagine you're drawing energy from the sky into the crown of the head, the top of the head. And then release the palms out in front of you. Make your way onto all fours. So bring your palms underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Kind of move your hips left and right to the side of the mat. You can even close your eyes a little bit. You can make snake-like movements with the spine, with the hips. A little free movement. Wake up the body, the low back, the mid back. Especially if you've been sitting or maybe working on your computer. Just opening things up. And then from here, with your palms underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, inhale, belly down, chest up. Eye gaze up towards the ceiling, and on your exhale, tuck your chin to chest. Let the head drop down. You can come up onto the fingertips if you would like a little bit deeper stretch behind the shoulders. Inhale, belly down, chest up, deep breath. And exhale, like you're squeezing the air out of the lungs, coming up onto the fingertips. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, deep breath, belly down, chest up. And exhale. Now, as you come back to the neutral position, reach the right palm up towards the sky. Now, I want you to draw a couple circles here, rotating the right shoulder. You can start out with small circles and maybe you make them a little bit wider, opening up, stretching through the front of the shoulder. And then from here, reaching the right palm up nice and high, open. And on your exhale, thread the right palm through. Let the right ear come to the mat, right shoulder to the mat. You'll get a stretch behind the right shoulder blade. You can leave your left palm where it is, excuse me. Or you can reach your left palm out in front of you. Twisting, or for a deeper stretch, a little bit deeper twist, you can reach the left palm all the way back around behind you, binding with the outside of the right hip. Twisting, opening up behind the right shoulder. Breathing in. And then gently releasing your left palm back down towards the mat if you're in your bind. Inhale the right palm up. And exhale back down. Okay, now we're moving over to the opposite side. So on your inhale, left palm reaches up towards the sky. Opening up the left shoulder, you can draw a couple circles with the left wrist, left palm. And then begin to circle that left arm. You can circle clockwise or counterclockwise. And then reaching your left palm up towards the sky, thread the left palm through. So your left shoulder comes to the mat, left ear to the mat. You can leave the left palm or right palm out in front of you or reach through your right fingertips for your twist. Make sure you're using the breath to expand the lungs behind you, twisting and looking over the right shoulder. And just notice what it feels like to take a few minutes out of your day to open up the energy centers running in the body, helping clear and reset. gently reaching the right palm back up towards the sky. Right palm down towards the ground. Left palm reaches back towards the earth. So now we're back onto all fours. From here, send your right toes to the back of the mat. We're going to wake up the right calf a little bit. So we're doing this all kind of from this whole series is on the ground. So just kind of roll back and forth, rocking the toes back and forth, massaging the ankle, open up the Achilles and the calf, be gentle. And then from here, we're going to bring our right foot out in front of us. So you're in a low lunge position. We're going to stretch the front of the left hip. Your right knee comes out in front of you. Right knee is over the right ankle. Just sink slowly forward. Feel the stretch for the front of the left hip. Now you can wiggle your left toes back slightly to deepen the stretch in front of the left hip flexor. So breathe into the front of the left hip. Sink a little bit further forward. Just opening up the hip joint. And then from here, gently shift your weight back towards the left heel. And we're going to flex the toes on the right foot. So this might be kind of intense of a stretch for your hamstring. Try to straighten out. I know it will be for Joel. So you straighten out your right leg. Your right heel comes into alignment with your right hip. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, lower your forehead towards the right shin. Stretching, lengthening. Breathing into it. We have so many different energetic channels that run through our hips and through our legs. So taking your time to be mindful and open these up. And then if your right palm came to the outside of the right leg, you can bring the right palm inward, or we're going to bring our right knee back towards the left, back onto all fours. Okay, send your left toes towards the back of the mat. Kind of rock forward and back, draw a couple circles with the left heel. Feel the massage for the Achilles and calf on the left side. Front and back. You can put some pressure into the heel. Put a little bit deeper stretch down the calf. And from here, now you're going to swing your left foot forward out in front of you for our lunge, our low lunge. Feel the stretch for the front of the right hip. Joel's going to demonstrate with the block. A little bit of added support. And so you're starting to feel a stretch in front of the right hip. Sink your right hip slightly down. Keep your left knee over your left ankle. Breathe into it. Our hip flexors, if we're sitting a lot throughout the day, they can get awful tight. This is a great way to release that slowly as you move into the evening. And then begin shifting your weight back towards your right heel. Begin to flex the toes on your left foot. Left toes are flexed. This might be a little bit of an intense stretch for the back of the left leg. Now you want to flex the toes on the left foot as much as you can. That's going to activate behind the left leg. Left heel into alignment with the left hip, and then your forehead releases towards the left knee or shin. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, lower down, forehead to knee, forehead to shin. Breathing into it. Slowly, as you can make your way back forward, you're going to swing your left leg around, meeting the right. Now you're on all fours, and then swing your legs out in front of you. We're going to come into a seated position and move through a little bit more side body stretching, twisting, continue to open things up. So as you come into a seated position, you can sit in lotus position, cross-legged, or you can sit on a block if you need some additional support. So on your inhale, begin rolling the head to the left and to the right. We have lots of different muscles that connect our torso, our shoulders to our neck. So just rolling a little bit left and right. Let go of any tension in the neck, the face, or the jaw. We hold subconscious tension in our jaw. You can get a little bit more free movement in with the spine. Starting out with the tailbone, then begin spiraling the spine forward, sweeping forward, or sweeping left and right. Whatever feels good for you in your body at this moment. All the different energetic centers running along your spine, the chakras begin to open and balance as the energy starts to move through. And then as you make your way back through center, take your right palm, let your right palm come towards the ground, your left palm will come to the outside of the right ear, then let your left ear drift towards the left shoulder. Breathing into it. With each exhale, trying to let go of any stress, any holding on the right side. Maybe you find an area of tightness you're unaware of. Creating space for that. And then coming back through center, release your left palm down, left palm towards the ground. Now your right palm is going to come to the outside of the left ear. Opening up the left shoulder. Inhaling in and send your exhale down the left side. As you come back through center on your inhale, reach both palms up towards the sky. We're going to move into a twist. Exhale, twist over towards the right side of the room. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist. Try to keep a long spine here, tailbone rooted into the earth. Twist and look over the right side. All right, next inhale, palms come up. Exhale, twist over towards the left side. Right palm come to the outside of the left knee. Twist and look over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist a little bit further. And then as you make your way back through center, release the palms and bring both the bottoms of both feet together. So we're going to get an inner hip stretch, inner groin stretch. So the bottom of the feet come together, knees fall open. You can shake your knees a little bit, maybe make butterflies. On your inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head, and on your exhale, fold forward. Let your elbows come to the inner thigh, the inside of the calves. Let the head sink down towards the toes. Inhale, lengthen up, exhale, fold. You can even bring your palms to the outside of the knees to get a deeper stretch. And just finding that space of allowing the body to release and the nervous system to slow down. From here, you can walk your palms out in front of you, tint the palms a little bit. Feel the stretch in the low back. And then as you walk your palms back through center, I want you to send your right foot out in front of you, slightly out to the right, the left foot to the inside of the right thigh, Janushirasana. On your inhale, palms up, twist towards the right side, and on your exhale, fold forward towards the right foot. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, lower down, forehead to knee or shin. Tuck your chin to chest and curl. Now if you can't bind with the foot, that's okay. You can always have the knee bent. If you need to bend the knee a little bit. If you see Joel over on the side, you don't have to come even that far forward. We're working on his hamstrings.
They need it.
They need all the, he's a tennis player, so he definitely needs some hamstring and hip support. So it's good that he's doing this with me today. So folding forward. And then gently make your way back out. I want you to bring your right foot directly in alignment with the right hip. Take your left ankle, cross your left ankle above the top of the right knee. We're going to move into a hip stretch here. Place your palms behind you. Let your right foot come to the mat. So this is a modification or variation of seated pigeon, because we're going to get a stretch for the outside of the right hip. So you can stay here, feeling the stretch for the left hip. If you would like to move a little bit deeper, you can scoot your hips forward. So you start feeling a stretch in the hips, and then walk your palms forward. Feeling a stretch in the hips, you can let your knee, your right knee, move side to side, and as your knee gently moves side to side, you're going to change where the stretch is in the outside of the left hip. So notice how the body begins to adjust and move. It feels a little bit different. Those small changes can make big changes in which muscles are stretched. This is an excellent posture if you do a lot of sitting, a lot of running, and you have those tight hips, tight piriformis. Back and forth. And then gently with control, release back out, release the left leg. We're going to move over to the opposite side. So send your left leg out in front of you. Your right foot comes to the inside of the left thigh. So now your left leg is slightly out to the left. On your inhale, palms up, turn towards the left foot, reach up, dive forward towards the left toes, forehead towards the left knee or shin. Inhale, lengthen up, exhale, fold forward towards the left side. Try to visualize kicking out through your left heel. And then as you make your way back through center, you're going to bring your left leg right in front of you. So left heel now is into alignment with the left hip. Lift the right foot. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Bring your left heel forward towards you. And then you're going to start walking your hips towards your left heel. Now for me, my right side is always a little bit tighter than my left. So I feel it quicker on this right side. You can rock back and forth, left and right. Feeling the stretch. Or you can just breathe into it, holding, allowing the energy flow to start to open up into the right hip. Nice. Now as you release out, you'll bring both feet out in front of you. I want you to roll all the way back into your Shavasana. Have your strap close by. So your palms relax by the side. Take a moment, notice what it feels like to lie down, feel supported by the earth. And then find your strap. So we're going to move into a little bit deeper stretch for the legs. Take your strap. You're going to bring your strap to the top of the right foot. And then send your right heel up towards the ceiling. Pull the right leg towards you. It's a little bit more hamstring, hip opening. Kick out through the right heel. You can use the strength of the arms to pull the right leg towards you. Notice where the muscles of the shoulders go. Are you tensing the shoulders up? Relax the shoulders. Try to lengthen the crown of the head towards the back of your mat. And then let your right leg cross over the body. So you're going to start to feel a stretch for your IT band as the right leg crosses over the body. And if you can see what Joel's doing, his leg is not as far forward, it's more out to the side, but I'm sure he's still getting an IT band stretch here. If you notice your hip coming up off the ground, that's going to change where the stretch is. So if you keep your hip on the ground and just slightly cross through midline, that's where you get that outside the leg stretch. Come back through center. You can switch the strap into your right palm and then let your right leg open up towards the right side of the room or the mat. You can let your left palm come to the top of the left hip to keep the left hip on the ground as you open up on the right side. And then gently come back through center. You switch out legs so you can take your strap, let the strap come into the left foot. Kick out through the left heel, pull the left leg towards you. Make a nice stretch, flex through the left side. And then let your left leg, or left foot cross over midline. Stretching through the left side body. If you notice you find yourself tense or tight or holding your breath, imagine breathing through the space of tightness. So the left leg crosses over, breathe. And then make your way back through center. Alternate to the left side. Left palm to the grabs the strap and your left foot drops over towards the left side of the mat. Your right palm can come to the right hip. Opening up the left side body. Make your way back through center. Gently release the strap. Bend your knees a little bit. You can have them about mat distance apart. Your arms are out to the side, reaching at about 90 degrees. So you're stretching through the shoulders. And just windshield wipe the knees nice and slow. So you can drop them over towards the left. Taking a nice deep breath. Come back through center. And drop them over towards the right. Opening up the left side. Make your way back through center. Bring your knees in towards you. Give yourself a great big hug. Kind of rock left and right. Get out any final kinks. You can take a happy baby. Or you can just rock a little bit left and right, drawing circles on the ceiling. Any final movements. Your body is so grateful for you taking this 30 minutes or so out to loosen up, to reset as you move throughout the rest of your day or the rest of your evening. And then gently extend your legs long. Your palms can be either over the pelvis or by the side. Your final Shavasana. Inhaling in through the nose, smooth and steady down into the belly. And as you exhale, releasing. Let me go of any final holding in the body.